The senior immigration inspector sat at one of the lounge tables, the purser beside him. He looked up as Clavering approached. Bleak, grey eyes, belying the almost infantile chubbiness of his rosy face. "This is Mr. Jones," said the purser. The inspector ignored him. "Your name," he said, "is Clavering. You are wanted for robbery with violence on Earth, murder on Caribia, forgery on Nova Cal." "My name," said Clavering, "is Jones. I have papers. Quotes, of course you have. Who did you get M from, by the way? Lazarus or Nova Caladin, or McDonald on Van Diemen's planet?" "My name," repeated Clavering, "is Jones." "Mr. Jones," said the inspector, "I'm sure you know that there's no extradition here. Ba, tan, bear. This in mind we can, in extreme cases, deport. Furthermore, we have an efficient police force, and our prisons are not the luxury hotels that they are elsewhere in the galaxy, as I suspect you will learn. I hope I'm wrong, I rarely am." The bleak eyes moved on. After his passport had been stamped, Clavering said a few farewells aboard the ship, then took a taxi from the spaceport to Faraway City. The city was what he had expected it to be. A slightly overgrown town. Dwarfing it were the snow-capped mountains of the last range named, as Clavering knew from his reading in the ship's library. After Commodore Last, who had made the initial landing on Faraway, he booked in at the Hotel Rimrock House, had been recommended to him by the purser. After his baggage had been brought up, he locked the door and made sure that what remained of the Shara jewels was safe. Then he sat on the bed to think things over. He had had plenty of time for reading on the voyage from Port Tasman. He had discovered that the laws of the Rimworlds protected criminals from the consequences of crimes committed elsewhere in the galaxy, but, at the same time, were designed to rob them of the proceeds of such crimes. For example, he could take the Shara High Queen's diamond-encrusted belt to any of the city jewelers without fear of arrest. But the jeweler could take possession of it, turn it in, and share in any reward money. "They're a bunch of crooks," Clavering growled. "There must," he thought, "be fences on Faraway." The problem was how to find them. Another possible problem was that the news might already have spread that the man who stole the Shara Imperial regalia was on in which case, Clavering could expect a visit from the local underworld. Clavering inspected the contents of his wallet. His Federation currency was legal tender, but he had enough only for a week's board and lodging. He looked at his watch, which he had adjusted to local time and length of day. It was by evening, he hoped. He would be well on his way to finding his feet in this new world. The jewels he stowed in a large briefcase, which he chained and locked to his wrist. He had noticed, on the way in from the spaceport, that the building next door to the hotel was the First National Bank of Faraway, and his first move was to deposit the briefcase in the bank's strong room. He sauntered away from the bank, towards the center of the city. There were, he noted approvingly, plenty of policemen, very smart and efficient looking in their neat uniforms of white shirt and blue kilt. He had already decided what crime he would commit. He did not think that shoplifting would be a sufficiently heinous offense to merit deportation rather than jail. He hoped that the jails would not be as bad as the immigration inspector had implied. He walked into a large store, took the escalator to the men's clothing department, sauntered casually along the aisles until he saw a display of Ultron crystal silk belts that took his fancy. He picked up one of the belts, admired the way that it clung to his hands in an almost sentient manner. With elaborate unconcern, he rolled it up, slipped it into the inside pocket of his jacket. He walked slowly towards the down escalator. 5 yards before he got to it, he felt a firm hand on his elbow.